Breaking news at noon. Police in the Northern Valley are looking for help trying to find two attempted robbery suspects. Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Stanwood. Grand Forks police say the victim was approached around 2 this morning by two acquaintances of his. That was in the 1000 block of University Avenue in Grand Forks. Police are looking for two white men. One has brown hair and was wearing a blue t-shirt at the time with tattoos on both arms. Now the other guy is blonde and was wearing a white hat and a white shirt. They left the area in a white passenger car in an unknown direction. Now, no weapons were involved, but the victim was injured during the mugging. So if you have any information about this attempted robbery, be sure to contact Grand Forks Police. A Crookston man awaiting trial for manslaughter is back in jail for a probation violation for the second time in the last month. 29-year-old Brock Stroman is accused in the deadly Christmas Day bar fight that killed John Torres. Stroman was arrested in Crookston on Sunday for DWI. Earlier last month, he was arrested in Red Lake Falls bar for being intoxicated. There's a new parking lot going up in downtown Fargo today near the Public Library and Civic Center. City officials say a temporary lot with about 35 new spaces will be available in an area west of the current City Hall and just south of the Civic Center. It'll be available during construction of the new City Hall. It's green space right now, and the city says workers are being careful to preserve existing trees and monuments in the area. The lot should be done in about 3 weeks. We're keeping an eye out for a big change today in Moorhead's I-94 interchange project. MnDOT crews plan to reopen the interstate's westbound off-ramp to the northbound lanes of 8th Street South. That's the stretch of road that runs in front of Qdoba, Starbucks, and Burger King. After that ramp reopens, crews will close the westbound I-94 ramp onto the interstate from 8th Street by Family Fare Grocery Store. Now those drivers will need to get on the interstate at 20th Street in South Moorhead. It's been a quiet and warm start to our afternoon. Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn for our latest conditions. Robert?
Yeah, definitely quiet out there. Lots of sunshine across the region. We're warming up nicely already into the 70s and 80s, and wouldn't be surprised to see a few low 90s before the afternoon is through. Right now, 83 degrees here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, 82 Fergus Falls and Sisseton, also 82 up in the Grand Forks area. Winds today light. They'll remain rather light as we head through the day today. Perhaps a few stronger gusts, especially in far northern Minnesota. There it is on the satellite. You can hardly even tell it's a satellite. Hardly a cloud in the sky, and with hardly a cloud in the sky, well, you guessed it, no precipitation out there, none anticipated as we head through the day today. However, as we head through the day tomorrow, the risk for severe weather returns as we head through the afternoon hours in the Devil's Lake Basin and through the evening through much of the rest of the area and into the overnight hours. More on that, as well as a look at the rest of the next 7 days, coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Robert. New at noon, at least 5 people are dead and 5 are seriously injured after an early morning bus crash in Central California. Police say the driver swerved for some reason and the bus hit a pole. Aerial pictures show how it sliced through the bus. A Florida truck driver is charged in a multi-vehicle crash in Nebraska that killed 5 family members from Minnesota and injured several other people. Police say 53-year-old Tony Weekly's semi rear-ended a minivan, which started a chain reaction crash involving 3 other vehicles. The Minneapolis family of Jameson and Catherine Pauls and their 3 children were killed. The family was heading to Colorado to train for missionary work. A 22-year-old Park Rapids, Minnesota man is being charged with a crash that killed an acquaintance. Dakota Walsh is accused of criminal vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of an accident. 19-year-old Avery Michael, also from Park Rapids, died in the crash. Walsh told police the two were racing outside of Park Rapids when Michael lost control of his car, rolled, and was pinned underneath. Walsh says he freaked out about the crash and left the scene without calling police. Michael's body was found just hours later. Police have identified a teenager who died after rolling his pickup into a water-filled ditch near Fargo's Hector Airport. They say 18-year-old Damber Chuan of Grand Forks was found Sunday night in his upside-down pickup in a water-filled ditch. Another Grand Forks man is hospitalized, and police say a third person from the crash, who they were looking for, has contacted them. Police have also identified the man whose body was found near Grand Forks truck stop as 44-year-old Shane Freed of New Dundee, Ontario. His body was found Sunday morning near the Flying J parking lot, and police say Freed's body showed significant signs of trauma, but foul play is not suspected. Grand Forks police are launching a new mobile tip app for people to view alerts, get information, and submit anonymous tips. But they want people to know it's not for emergencies or crimes in progress. For that, you should still dial 911 for those cases. The GFPD Tip 411 mobile app is available as a free download via Google Play, the store, iTunes App Store, or via the police department's website. A 12-year-old boy is recovering from minor injuries after being hit by a car on Highway 10 in Moorhead. The crash happened around 5 last night near the intersection at 21st Street North. The Minnesota State Patrol says the driver, 55-year-old Ruth Leno of Barnesville, was headed west on Highway 10 through a green light. The boy was on his bike heading north on 21st Street when he was hit in the intersection. A judge has blocked North Dakota's strict voter ID law, calling it unfair to Native Americans. The Washington Post is reporting that North Dakota federal judge Daniel Hovland ruled the law would make it difficult or even impossible for some people on rural reservations to cast ballots. The 2013 law allowed only 4 forms of ID: a North Dakota's driver's license or non-driver's ID card, a tribal government-issued ID card, or an alternative form of ID approved by the North Dakota Secretary of State. Now, before 2013, North Dakota allowed many forms of identification at the polls. The people without could sign affidavits to their identity. It's quite a sight in South Fargo, a 3-story, 120-year-old house heading down the road to its new home. The Kinsler house is being moved from 42nd Avenue South, just off University, to a new place on 64th Avenue. Crews started the move around 9 this morning, and Valley News Team's photographer Dave Erickson reports things are going well. The move for a project of this size is causing some traffic issues, and last we heard, the house is on 25th Street. So if you're driving that area, watch for Fargo police who are running interference for that operation. There was a time when going totally mobile seemed like a risky move, but nowadays nearly half of all Americans have dumped the home phones so many people grew up with. Ahead at noon, the next wave to live without landlines. And later, fast, tasty, and do-able in a healthy diet, the Mr. Food Test Kitchen is making creamy corn broccoli bake. But next year at noon, we have weather to plan your day.